Coach of the Frazier girls, Shara, Zupanc. Coach, talk about your team headed into the playoffs.
We're really excited. This is the highest that we've, ended our season in second place. So we're just looking for a win and looking to see how far we can go. So really excited and anxious to get in there and play.
Tell us about some of the girls on your team.
Well, we have two seniors that start, Lauren Timko and Kaylee Barada, and they've been, battling the last few years just to make it into the playoffs. So, I know they're really excited, and this means a lot to them to, get in there and at least win a couple playoff games. So we have those two, and we have our juniors, Hannah Klein and Cassidy Geyser, as well as Jamie Muccioli. And we've all been working together, all year round, and this is what it all comes down to. So
thanks,
I'm excited. Thank you.
Good luck.
Go.
Coach Todd Aiken from Eden Christian Academy. Coach, you made the playoffs after a tremendous home win the other night. Talk to us about your team coming into the playoffs.
Just real excited by the opportunity. Guys have been competing all season long. It's kind of come to fruition, all the hard work. So anxious to see who will play, but guys are real excited and dedicating it to our senior class and how hard they've worked for 4 years. So looking forward to the opportunity.
Thanks. With Joe Salvino, head coach of the Monessen boys. Coach, talk about your team coming into the playoffs.
Well, right now I think we're playing very well, but again, the playoffs are totally different. Everybody's 0-0, so it's going to start right back up again.
A handful of teams in single way. A couple coaches earlier mentioned that Monessen was a team that was solid. You've got some championships under your belt, a whole lot of wins under your belt. Anything different this year of your team than prior years?
We're a blue-collar team. The kids work really hard, and I think that they've seen what kids did in the past, and they're trying to live up to the Monessen expectations.
Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
Yokitis, head coach of the Vincentian boys. Coach, we don't know for sure yet, but more than likely you might be one of the top seeds. Talk about your team being a team everybody's going to be going after in single way.
Well, I guess that's the good and bad of having a fairly good year. I'm certain there are teams pointing at us. There are a lot of good teams. Obviously, Lincoln Park is a great team, maybe the best team in the WPIAL. And North Catholic has a nice squad, and Joey Salvino has his people playing, and Mike Rodriguez at Ols. And there's a Sewickley's tough. So it's going to be a tough run, but I think it'll be fun. A lot of good kids, a lot of good teams, well-coached teams.
Good luck.
Nice.
Thanks. So we're here with Kelly Robinson, the boys coach at St. Joseph. Kelly, talk to us about your team headed into the playoffs.
We struggled down the stretch. I mean, we had a tough stretch when the weather broke and lost about the last 4 games. We're anxious. I mean, we're very, very pleased to be in. Just kind of looking to see what we can see. No, it's not going to be a good season, but we're happy.
Thanks, Coach.
Go ahead.
Head coach Win Palmer of the Sewickley Academy boys. Coach, can you talk to us about your seed in the Class A tournament?
Well, I think there are really, in my opinion, there are 11, 12 excellent teams in single A this year, and we're going to play one of those teams in Clareton. It's going to be a very tough first-round matchup. I think we'll pose problems for them, but unfortunately they're going to pose a lot of problems for us. What
was your reaction when you saw Clareton as your first-round opponent? That looked to me to be one of the top games on the single-A schedule.
No question. They're as athletic as anybody in single-A basketball. I saw them play in person recently, and I was very impressed. And it looks like they've really come into form late in the season. I think it's going to be a great first-round game.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Go.
Head coach of the Laurel Spartans girls, Jessica Shevitz. Jessica, talk to us about your team seed that you just found out about here in the playoffs.
We're satisfied. We know that we let 2 games drop at the end of the season. It was going to hurt our seeding a little bit. So we expected to fall where we did, and we're ready to watch some film and see where we get.
Do you know anything about your opponent?
A little bit. We played Ford City non-section game a couple of years, maybe 3 years ago. from what I remember, they're pretty guard heavy. From what I'm hearing this year, we have some strong guards, so I'm hoping we match up well. It's definitely a doable game for us. I'm excited to go home and watch some film and see where we end up.
Coach, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Coach, talk to us about your team this year and how successful it was.
Well, we started a little bit late. We didn't know what kind of team we were really going to have until about a week before the season actually started. We had a couple scrimmages early on, and we found out fairly quickly that we had a nice team. Then we played the Pine Richland tournament, and we ended up upsetting Pine Richland the very next night, getting beat pretty badly by Alderdice. So in the same weekend, on Friday night we found out that we had a half decent team, and then on Saturday night we realized how far we had to go.
Good. And Coach Doug Sakled from the Moon Area Girls. Coach, talk to us about your team coming into the playoffs. How you guys doing?
It's exciting. None of the girls in my program have experienced the playoffs right now. My seniors remind these kids that they were 0-22 in their freshman year, so they're excited. But I'm excited about the fact that my kids are well-grounded. They're very confident, and I don't think the moment's too big for them. And I'm excited that hopefully we can make a run. But it's exciting times at Moon in general. Just getting back in the playoffs.
Thanks. Fairman from Belle, Vernon, the Lady Leps. Talk about your team headed into this year's playoffs.
We're very focused. This is something we've worked hard for all year, and we've prepared all season long. The girls are ready, focused, and we're excited to move forward here.
Talk about maybe some of the seniors and how special it is for them to be in the playoffs this year.
It's always special for the seniors. I have 3 tremendous seniors who are leaders on the team this year, and no one wants to see it all end. So the girls surrounding around them want to give it their all and finish strong for our seniors this year.
And can you tell us a little bit about Caitlin Slagus and what it's like to have a big girl like that on your team?
She's just a remarkable player, truly an all-around student athlete, a role model, both on and off the court. It's truly an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to coach such a wonderful ball player.
Hey, by the way,
Coach Wells, can you talk to us about your team's seed going into these playoffs?
Looking at it, it was pretty much what we expected, especially after the last game. I don't know if it was played out before that or not, but whenever you get in a situation, you got to play everybody. So it's we feel confident going into these playoffs, and we'll lace it.
What are you going to do to get your team ready for your first opponent?
Right now with the way the end of our season went, we had a few games back-to-backs. We played 3 in the span of 4 days, things like that. Right now it's going to be a little mental work, with that week in between and things like that, and you do have to still keep them alert and things like that and in shape. So it's good to have girls with experience that know what the journey is, and it kind of helps us out.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Head coach of the Hopewell girls, Jeff Homziak. Coach, your reaction to your seed and your reaction to your opponent?
We have to go watch a playing game with Ringgold and South Fayette, but we figured we'd be around a 4 or 5 seed based on our body of work this year and basically our section over the past few years, how strong it's been. So, and we figured we'd be somewhere seeded in 4 or 5 seed. It is what it is. There's probably about 13 or 14 teams that actually can make the AAA championship this year. So when you walk on that floor that first night, you better be ready to play. And that's something that we're strongly focused with our kids is coming out of the gate in that first quarter of the first game, focused and prepared.
Coach, thank you very much. Lance Maha, head coach of West Mifflin boys. Coach, up and down season for you. Talk to us about your seed and your first round opponent.
I think you get in, you have to play whoever they put in front of you. Don't know much about Laurel Highlands. We'll know a little bit more by midnight tonight, but just looking forward to being in the tournament. We have a really young team, so we'd like to get some experience. So to get some experience, you got to win some games.
Coaching your son, he's a senior. His last year, I know that's special for you. He was injured a lot of the year.
Yeah.
How's he doing? And is he?
He's out. He's out. He's getting surgery Thursday, but we'll show up. We'll play. I think we'll be okay.
Coach, you always are.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach of the Bethel Park Girls, Jonna, Burke, talk to us about your team and your reaction to your seed coming into this playoffs.
Well, I'm very pleased with our seed. We ended up getting the 4 seed, and we have been struggling a little bit down the stretch. We lost a few games, so I appreciate that we got some respect coming in, just because, you know, it could have gone either way for us, and we're grateful for it. We're going to just do our best and see if we can get, put together a little bit of a run.
What do you have to do to get your team ready to hopefully make a run?
Well, we've been struggling a little offensively, so we just have to make sure that we're focusing on putting the ball in the hoop, working on those things in practice coming up, and just game planning for each team separately as you go, because it changes so much game to game in the playoffs. We're kind of talking about, everybody's 0-0 right now, so we're going to just have a new season, start fresh, start over.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Head coach of the Hampton boys, Joe Lafka. Coach, a reaction to your seed and a reaction to your possible opponents. You just found out about the quality tournament.
Well, it's a good bracket. In our bracket, you have Seneca Valley, Franklin Regional, and Peters Township in our immediate bracket. And then in the bottom half of the bracket, you've got a very good Penfield team in North Allegheny, who we played in our section. Very good team. So it's a very good bracket.
Your team, obviously, along with Newcastle, North Allegheny, Seneca Valley, in one of the toughest sections, if not the WPIAL of the state. It's going to be a battle, but you may end up seeing Newcastle or North Allegheny somewhere down the line.
Absolutely, those possibilities are definitely out there. The good thing is we've competed against those teams throughout the season, especially in our section, and we're just hopefully doing well. We're now in the playoffs.
What do you have to do to get your team ready to win the title this year?
I just think we just need to play our game. We have some talented young players that have been there in these tournaments, in their sophomore and their junior year, and now it's their time. So we just need to relax. We just need to go out and play our game.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
To this, the 2014 WPIAL Basketball Championship, and to wish each of you in advance the very best of luck.